All right, everybody. Once again, we are back with D Ragsdale's channel for the second day in a row. Hello. Anyway, today we will be talking about racism at its finest. We're talking about hate. We're just talking about things that affect us in our community as we always do. And this time it's coming from the other side of the fence. As I'm just gonna be honest, as always. But we end up hating ourselves instead of paying attention to what's really going on out here in the world. We're gonna be showing you a few things that's going on live in Oklahoma at the moment, and we have our guest. Pastor Ragsdale, my husband, and our cousin, Elder Curtis Murray. And we should have a few more guests that would like to join the panel. And we're live, so we have a link in the comment section. And if you would like to join the panel and join us on the discussion, you are more than welcome to do so. But I'll let you know before you do that, don't come on here with no mess. We're not for that. We are coming on here and typically we're discussing what's going on, and if you have something
You
to
know
say.
what? If they want to come with mess, let them come with mess. Ain't
Okay.
nobody scared of that.
Well, you
For
heard from
real.
Pat. You heard what the pastor said. So hit
So
the link.
so this is
Hit the link.
freaky. This is Freaky Friday
Mm.
because this is a freaking mess
Yes, it is.
that
So
this is going on in 2024.
yes, it is.
And Kurt, this triggered me because I remember I was kicked out of school in the sixth grade with public school, and it took my pastor, Reverend Wade Watts, the president of the NAACP in the state of Oklahoma, to get me back in school. And still to this day in Oklahoma, they still doing the same old crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
man.
this is the kind of stuff
It
that
triggered
trigger
me
me. I
too.
can't be triggered by life, but this is mess. And what we as black people, we'll set up and fight each other, try to be smarter than each other. But this is your battle. This is what your grandkids gonna battle. This is what your kids gonna battle.
The
This is
greatest
at Tishomingo
trick.
High School.
Yes, yes. And the greatest trick that the devil ever played is making man think that he didn't exist. We've been trying to sell ourselves that Jim Crow is over with. We still got little black boys hanging, quote unquote, hanging themselves. Now
Right.
you look at this situation in Oklahoma. Now, for me, it brings back some memories of the 80s where they had carte blanche to do whatever they wanted to do to a black kids. And what I'm saying is terrorize them. The teachers
Mm.
turn their head and all that. These kids, you don't get this bold by yourself and come up
Right.
with this. You hear
That's
your
true.
parents and other teachers with that nigger word
Mm.
behind when they're not in public. And the kids, what do kids do when they go to school? They imitate what they have at home.
Right. True. True. True.
And I'm disgusted by it. And here's the trick of it. Here
You
is, let's
echoing.
take current events. Really?
Not on this side, baby. I
Oh,
can't.
okay, my bad.
It's okay.
No, it's all good. I was just saying that what these kids don't realize that gonna follow them their whole life.
Right.
See, other white institutions that need black football players,
Mm-hmm.
your kid will be last on the list now
Exactly.
because advertisers, because of value. So this racism stuff, not only is it hurting us, but man, it's hurting you now. Because what college that got majority of black athletes is going to be bringing in kids that have this stuff on their social media? It ain't going
Right.
to happen.
Right. Hmm.
So you racist parents out there that have you've invested all this money in football camps, baseball camps, basketball camp, soccer camp. You can't pay your way out of this. The only way you can make your kids' future brighter is to change your behavior and change the way you raising your kids.
Right.
Because now, and we're talking athletics, because they canceled their homecoming because of this.
Right.
They shut down everything because of this.
Wow.
Right. So I watched the article a while ago that was on YouTube. I just put in Tishomingo High School, and what popped up was a good news story of what happened. Did y'all see that?
No, we didn't see that, but I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, can you see if you can find that? Or I got it in my phone where I watch. It's in my library. It's in my YouTube library.
I'm trying to see where
it was the first thing that popped up if you put in Tishomingo football team.
Well, I'm going to show this real quick so they'll know exactly what we're talking about. Right. And I want them to be able to see. You see these boys? Do you see them? Front and center. They think they're cool. They think this mess is cool. You know why they think it's cool? Because it's allowed to happen. And they haven't been beat up. Hold on. Somebody joining. Chris Hudson. Okay. Welcome. Can you hear, sir? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear? Oh, that's a ma'am. I'm sorry. Can you hear?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I was just trying to make sure that you can hear us. Thank you for joining.
Okay, hold on. I can't hear now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what was that?
I was saying thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us.
So this is Tishomingo, Oklahoma. And this is the high school that we're talking about. Can you tell us what's going on with this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you. We're just trying to see if you can give us a little insight about what's going on.
Okay. As far as I know right now, they were only they were never expelled. They were only supposed to miss tonight's homecoming game. But they've been getting more threats, supposedly. And I mean supposedly. This is what they're saying. They're getting more threats. And so they canceled everything today. No parade, no game, no any activities whatsoever. And supposedly they've called in more, as they say, security. Because the town of Ardmore.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Oh.
So you said the town of Ardmore is doing what again? We lost you for a little bit.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear?
Okay. I can barely hear you.
You were saying, can you hear me now?
A little. Go ahead.
Okay, you were saying that the town of Ardmore, Oklahoma is doing what at the moment?
Well, I mean, this is just them saying this, that they've been getting threats from Ardmore, Oklahoma. People talking about they're coming to Tishomingo and going to take care of things. But supposedly it's from Ardmore.
How do you feel about this? What do you think should happen?
Me, myself?
Yes, ma'am.
They should have all been expelled. Matter of fact, kicked out of school, period, for the rest of the year.
Yep.
This is, to me, that's a hate crime.
It is.
Because if the tables were turned, that's exactly what it would be called.
That's right. And they would be arrested.
It's my hometown, but yeah, I'm not very happy right now.
I bet. This is what you were saying, baby. This is Tishomingo, Oklahoma. That this is happening at. This is Tishomingo High School. That these students decided they wanted to go and parade around with the word Nigger spelled on them like it's a joke, and you see they're laughing. They think it's funny. You know, I don't find that to be funny. This one here with the deuces sign, you got some sitting on the side right here with their phones and stuff, parading around, adding into it. You got this one sitting here looking real doofus and dumb, like they drug him in it, and this one too. But this one with the smirk on his face, he looked like he's part of the football team. He's part of the football team, you can tell. So, who are they pulling in more security for? Them?
Yes.
Or the black students in this town? Because from where I'm sitting at, they don't need security. They need to be in jail or somewhere.
True.
Because if it were our black boys, if it were six of our black boys with cracker or whatever whatever they're called on their front of their shirts, they would be behind bars or worse, beat up or anything would have happened to them. This makes no type of sense, and yet they still say racism doesn't exist. Jesse Peterson, this is racism.
You was in Tahlequah.
Go ahead.
What can happen from this? What should happen? What can prevent this?
Man, unfortunately, it's against us, but it's a white people's problem. And what I mean by that is anything that we do is retaliation.
Exactly.
We're in a position where we have to trust the YT people that have an interest in protecting the black football players and everything. Unfortunately, this is such a transactional, like them canceling that homecoming, man, that's thousands of dollars for the school. See? And then the people who are they saying from Ardmore, because of the racial history down there, that's some of the most untalked about, deep untalked about historical racism in Oklahoma. And I guarantee you that's why the black folk in Ardmore, even though I don't live down there, I guarantee you that's why they're upset. It's because it's been hundreds of years of this type of thing, and it represents death to some black folks. And it just does. Because they parents. They wouldn't be like this if racism wasn't alive and well in the school system and in the parents. They would never feel this confident to do this. There's a permission structure for racism that is private amongst white people that went public.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's the solution?
I'll tell you what was my solution.
Well, you
can tell it. You can tell it.
Whoop that butt, man.
Hey, man. The way I live my life is when I had to put my foot in a white man, and sometimes the son and the daddy, right? In high school, it was because some other black person didn't stand up. And I drew a line with my own self and said, this ain't gonna happen. I'll tell you an incident that happened at my high school. One day we got to school, and all the black football players' lockers was black dead roses. And it said, nigga, go back to Muskogee and leave our women alone. Yeah, that's what happened. Everybody, by the time the day was over, every black player came to me, and it was only 7 or 8 of us. and came to me and told me what happened, and we all had the same notes. Now, here's the funny thing about it. We knew it was some of our teammates, right? So every day at practice, it was hell on them. I didn't know who did it, but guess who got? I mean, it was to the point where the white kids would come to me during the day on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's when we would have padded hard practices, right? They'd be like, "Kurt, what type of mood you in, man? Who are you mad at?" And I was just out the hey, that's the only thing I could do. So everybody got it every day.
But this is 2024, dog. We've got to. I think if more black people spoke up and flooded that school, made it very uncomfortable for them white boys to even attend class, because a lesson needs to be learned, because they're going to get there on the next level. If they go to college, I want every black person in Oklahoma to see this.
And better
every
yet,
high school student to see this. Take pictures of these boys' faces.
Yep.
Don't let them be comfortable anywhere.
That's right. If I'm uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable.
Yep.
That's what they
Guys,
should be.
Listen.
And with the
Right
money
now in
that's
Tishomingo,
involved,
hold on,
there's
Kurt.
not a lot of black people there. That's the main problem. Tishomingo is the black people, if they're not elderly, sickly, homebound, the kids in the system, the kids in the school, they're mixed.
Right.
So they feel like you got some mixed kids on this side that claim they're not black.
Right.
Then you got these on the other side that, yes, I'm black, but it's very few. So this is what's there. These people down there think, like Trump, they can say what they want to say now. There's nothing going to be done. There's no one here to stop that. There's not one black person on the football team.
Well, I can clearly see there don't look like there's
None.
very few blacks in the
My
school.
nephew graduated last year. He's mixed. He graduated last year. There's not one black on the football team. Growing up, I was the only black on my basketball team from day one till I graduated. But I mean, this has gotten, I don't know. I mean, I'm upset thoroughly due to the fact my mother was the only black teacher in Tishomingo for over 40 plus years. And she stood for not just black, but white, Indian, Mexican, any of them. She was helping any of them. And probably these kids with the letters right now.
Probably some of their parents she helped.
She helped their parents.
Yeah, they don't care. But
no, they don't. And it's all, I mean, they want to give a park in Tishomingo with her name. And I'm so close to saying no. Yeah, I mean, it's already been done. It's happening. But I'm really leaning towards, I don't want my mom's name associated with that. But then again, I can't take away what she's done.
Right.
I can't do that.
Well, excuse me, y'all. That goes back to slavery. When a lot of our ancestors raised their kids, breastfed their kids.
Yeah.
They've taught them, even though they didn't know how to read, they fed them, make sure they were clothed, bathed, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Off the backs of our ancestors. And then their parents still, what did they do? Still beat them, whipped them, stole their husbands, raped their women, killed their kids, did all types of stuff. And this is where they're getting it from, because they're taught these things at home.
Oh, yeah.
And they bring it to the public because they know that town is going to bag them. I'm sure the sheriff is white. I'm sure the mayor is white. I'm sure everybody in that town.
Everybody's white.
Everyone's white. And that's just like the situation we dealt with this week in Colonial Heights. And I'm going to say the name because they are all racist. They try to be undermining. They do backdoor things. to get black people up out of their face. They don't say it to your face, but they do it behind your back, and then boom.
Of course.
That's what they do. And like baby said, make it uncomfortable for them. This is Tishomingo High School. I'm sure y'all can look up their phone number, address, boycott, do whatever it is y'all need to do to make them very uncomfortable there in that town.
And you know what? I want to say this. I've graduated Muskogee, Oklahoma, class of 1988. Whoever that's still in Muskogee, and we gonna post this on Facebook too. Y'all need to make some noise.
Yeah, you do.
All my classmates, every black person running around there talking about they pro-black. Y'all need to make some noise. It shouldn't just be Tishomingo. It should be Oklahoma City. It should be Ardmore. It should be Atoka. It should be Cushing. It should be Tulsa. It should be Beggs. What's that other spot, Kurt? Okmulgee, McAllister,
Yeah.
Tahlequah, Tallahassee, Tag,
So y'all know
Dakota. Every black person in the state of Oklahoma should be offended by this.
Right. They should be.
Every right-minded person in Oklahoma.
Yes.
And all you football coaches, all you high school teachers, all you high school coaches that have an interest in young African American males making your success. You should be offended. This is affecting your profession.
That's right.
Right.
That is so true. I was gonna call that school and see if they were answered, but I see it's like after business hours, I guess, that because it's 4:00 there, Kurt.
4:00, yeah.
What time the school close?
Oh, you ain't gonna, man. I'm sure that they already got.
What'd you say?
They're already gone.
Yeah, but people get it out there. Tishomingo High School in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. I can't put their phone number up here because they call it doxing or whatever they call it. But y'all can call, and I'm gonna call myself and let them know that I am a concerned citizen. And you need to do. And what are we doing about this? Something needs to be done. I'll call the mayor's office, whoever office we need to call to get this thing done. What is his name? Indisputed.
Yes, we need to contact him with that.
Come on, Indisputed.
Yes.
We're gonna tag you in this video because we want you to put it up. Because if no one has sent this to you, we want you to put it up. We don't know how to get in contact with him. I'm gonna go through Instagram and TikTok and see if I can find him. But however, we're gonna be sending this out to him so he can get it over to the major streams and get it out there, because I don't care if it is a white town. There's no such thing as a white town in America in 2024. I don't care what they say. This is supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave. Come on now. Where is there white towns? We can't have black towns.
Where's our black churches?
Yeah, we can't have.
Where's the black Israelites?
Yeah, where y'all at?
Y'all always telling the other black people we wrong. Well, what y'all gonna do about this? Come on, y'all in Tulsa preaching on street corners.
Yeah. I gotta look him up to see if I can find him.
Here's your fight right here.
That's right. I know he out here somewhere. I'm gonna look him up. If y'all find Indisputed before I do, please share that with him, because he looks into it like I guess he's part of the news. And these are the type of things that he looks up and he broadcasts around. And Kurt, you said there was something on YouTube regarding Tishomingo. I'm gonna look this up right now.
Yeah, it was just like a news. It was the first thing you put in Tishomingo High School, and it pops up, and you scroll down, map to the second one, and it's a little news report. It was real informative though, short and informative.
It supposedly hit Sports Illustrated also.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. It says the sheriff responds to Tishomingo. Is this what you're talking about, Kurt?
I'll say, hold on.
There's a bunch of stuff on there now.
See, it was just a little bit on there when I got on there. Just 1 second. Give me 1 second.
In the meantime, I'm gonna play this one.
It should be flooded with black people protesting in that time.
Yeah, this says Tishomingo public school statement on students' racial slur display.
Hold on. Let's see.
Fox 25.
Who is that? We the people of Oklahoma.
I sent Harold the link.
Okay.
For the one I watched. It was just real short and sweet because it touched on what the school board person said and all of that. So, or a senator, a state representative, or something. It was a black man though. That's
this guy right here.
It says the headline is Tishomingo Public School Statement.
Can you not hear this one? Because I'm actually playing one right now.
Oh, I don't see nothing on the screen.
Oh, my bad. Hold on, y'all. What? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I thought I was sharing my screen with y'all. I'm just watching it myself. Cause this is a black guy on here. Hold on, somebody joined the studio. Hold up. Babe, is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you back. All right. This one right here, Kurt. Tishomingo Public School Statement.
Yeah, that ain't the one I saw, but shoot, go ahead. I think that might be it though.
There's a black guy on here. Hold on. What I do is I just look him up so you can, and I'll scroll down so you can see it.
I sent you the link.
That one. Students display. Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
That second one down there, students display. That's it.
Yeah, this is the one I'm showing. Okay.
Okay.
Tishomingo High School football players going viral tonight.
All right,
Picture
yeah,
showing 6 students holding up letters that spell out a racial slur. Fox 25's Katie Arata in Tishomingo with the latest.
Law enforcement in Tishomingo is enhancing security measures here at the high school and at other events after a photo showing Tishomingo High School students displaying a racial slur on campus has drawn controversy online. What was supposed to be a fun Tishomingo Homecoming Spirit Week activity turned into much more when 6 students used props from the activity to spell out a racial slur. A photo of the students displaying the slur is going viral online, with many disgusted and upset by it.
Well, my initial thoughts was that I was really shocked that a school of institution, higher learning, this occurred. It just bothered me to see kids participating in that form of racism.
Tishomingo Public School Superintendent sent out a statement Thursday morning saying, in part, racism and discrimination in any form will never be tolerated or accepted on our campus. While state and federal privacy laws prohibit me from disclosing details, please rest assured that when made aware of this incident, school administration quickly contacted parents of students involved and took immediate disciplinary action.
I am encouraged that the administration took these steps. My concern for these young men is that why did you feel like this was funny? And the harm that it took.
Community activists say they hope the administration uses this as a teachable moment.
But I would definitely like for the administration to use this as a moment to maybe say to these students, where have we failed you at? You know, did we fail you as an institution of learning? We need to do better to let you know that this is harmful.
The Johnston County Sheriff's Office also released a statement saying the safety of all students and staff is their main concern, which is why they are enhancing security measures on campus, and that any threats to the school or kids will be investigated as criminal. To read the full statements from both Tishomingo Public Schools and the Johnston County Sheriff's Office, we have a link on our website, okcfox.com. Reporting in Tishomingo, Katie Arata.
All right.
Who is that? Who is that black dude?
I don't know. Let me get his name. Let me go back because it gave his name.
Is he the mayor or something?
It says he's a community activist. Let me see.
Well, my initial thoughts was that I was really shocked
Who was that?
at a school.
His name is Mark Lewis. Let's see if we can look him up.
We the people,
He's
Oklahoma.
not from Tishomingo.
Yeah, it say we the people of Oklahoma.
But he's not from Tish.
No.
Yeah, so see, the problem is they're not going to Tish. He probably
No.
talking from a whole nother town. He probably up in Oklahoma City somewhere. Black people, y'all need to be down there in Tishomingo.
Right.
But watch how they turn it around, and they always go to the outside agitators, outside people making it worse. And they
Right.
gonna turn
Right.
these kids into victims. Watch.
That's what they're already doing. They're already, I mean, they're making it out to be like you said earlier, retaliation.
Yeah.
And it's all about violence. It's all about race. Well, I mean, just like me and this lady going back and forth, she's telling me you're the one that brought race into it. No, they brought race into it when they showed up with those letters around their neck.
True.
That's
true,
what
true.
brought the race in it.
That's
I'm
right.
just bringing it out.
You're right. You are so
And she's
right.
like, we've known you since you were a baby. That's beside the point. I'm no longer a child anymore. I'm standing on what I'm saying. And if she don't like it, don't contact me.
That's right.
But that's what's going on. It's all about the anger, the violence. They done stepped away from what started it in the beginning. If they never would have, those boys never would have done that, none of this would be going on.
That's
And
right.
that's
Cause
But they don't see it that way. That's all they're looking at is, oh, now, and the words they're using, the wrong group of people. The wrong group of people are getting involved.
What does that
And
mean?
I'm asking, so who's the wrong group of people?
Right.
Who's the right group of people?
Right. That's what I want to know. Who's the right group of people?
But basically what they're saying, the wrong group of people, all they're just saying is black people. That's what they're saying.
That's what they're
Because,
saying.
Ardmore's calling, Medill's calling. But they want to say we're getting the wrong group of people involved. And like I said, they're not dealing with the issue.
Right.
They're stepping around it, and they want to turn it around on anger and violence. Basically, that's what black people do, is be violent.
That's true.
That's what they're trying to say.
They always try to put that stamp on our back or saying that our black men are, you're aggressive. Don't be aggressive because you're loud. Your voice is naturally loud. We're naturally loud people. The majority of us are naturally loud people. And you telling my husband that he's aggressive because he's reprimanding somebody? Because he's a black man. Or if a black woman tries to go and correct a white girl, oh, why you gotta be nasty? Why you gotta be loud? Why you gotta be this and that? Why you gotta start stuff?
True.
That I have to finish.
But I mean, my question to them, I'm asking, and I haven't got an answer yet. I mean, what were they expecting to happen?
Nothing. Like they said, they gave him a slap on the wrist. They're not expecting anything.
They need to be suspended
what are they expecting us
from school.
What are they expecting the black people to do? Just sit back and just like, oh, okay.
To do like they done in slavery time and hide their hands behind their back. The mouth are sick, we see.
I was going home. I ain't even gonna say home. I was going down there today, but since they canceled everything, I'll probably wait and go down tomorrow.
Yeah, be careful out there. But I
So
found
Kurt, ain't nothing they can do that you could think of that would even change those boys' heart or make them be a little more careful with what they do.
Man, to be honest with you, the boys may not learn a lesson, but what's going to happen to the school system is
they may not, because there's not a lesson to be learned to them.
No. This is, man, I could tell y'all an hour's worth of what I went through just personally at the hands of Pryor, Oklahoma, Claremore, Oklahoma, Poto, Oklahoma. All these are bastions of white supremacy. And what you have down there in Tishomingo is a real history of racism. So here's what I'll forecast. Whenever their kids travel to schools or towns in their conferences that are mostly black, they're getting ready to catch hell. If what I think happens is going to happen, they're not going to be able to take their sports teams to no other schools with minority students.
right.
That's what's going to happen. But as far as us in Oklahoma, we get turned into the enemy. Just think back to the civil rights movement when those kids, those freedom riders, came up murdered. What did you see on the news? We don't need outside agitators coming down here starting trouble. Even though y'all the ones people lynching people, everybody else that came for justice was troublemakers. And that's the same Jim Crow playbook that Oklahoma schools will play. In my opinion.
There's a guy in North Carolina. He was a truck driver, 21-year-old. Did y'all hear about that?
They found him with a loop around his neck.
Yeah, with a noose around his neck.
Yeah, I heard that.
There was a black guy that went out and done a news story on it. And he actually went to the scene of the crime, and they have no tape out there. Mind you, the sheriff is black. The chief of police or sheriff or whatever he is of that town is black. And the first thing he said was he hung himself. Come on. The little rope that he went to Walmart and bought was a little rope that he needed to tie something around. The rope wasn't big enough for him to even do any harm to himself. I'm saying that to say this. They will protect their own to no ends. But when it comes to us, we'll just let our people just go down with nothing. But we'll fight against each other every day. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And we have a couple of people that are watching. If you guys would like to join the panel before we get off and give your opinion about it, don't be scared to come on and give your opinion about what's going on, because that's what we need to do in order to shut these things down. You know, Miss Hudson, look like we lost Miss Hudson, but I guess she'll come back on. There's this guy. The We the People guy is Mark Lewis in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You saw the chicken today? Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where he's from, and he's a community activist. So I guess y'all get him talking besides what he already was talking about on the news or whatever. And just a bunch of y'all need to get together and go down there and do some things and make this stuff. Make them say that they suspended these kids from school. Make them say that. Do something instead of just sitting back looking at each other. Because that's wrong. If it was 6 of your black boys doing that, y'all already know what would have happened.
Right. You're right. To be honest with you, the reason why I'm not as talkative because it brings back a whole bunch of bad stuff for me.
Oh yeah, it's a triggering thing. It's triggering. It's very triggering.
Because I know how this is gonna go.
Right.
By the time Monday get here, it's gonna be who's really benefiting from these kids suffering like this and getting all this hatred. They're going to turn it into where we the big bad wolf, man. And what I'm saying is, for me and my generation and my family, I am the big bad wolf. if that's what I got to be in order for us to get treated right. There was times where my little cousin, she was only about 9 years old, and she rode a bus to school, and the kids were just harassing her, man. We end up having to go and ride the bus with her to make sure the racial stuff, because it was crushing her. And by the time she complained to us, man, I felt so bad, but we went over there and rode the bus with her every day till they understood that there's going to be consequences. See, when you don't have anybody that's willing to stand up for us, all we can do is be on the sideline now, right? And I'm watching because there are too many people benefiting. These are football players. So OU, OSU, all these colleges, this NIL money that they pay kids. You'll take a black kid's record and keep him from doing X, Y, and Z. As far as, no, we don't want to coach him. We don't. Well, what about a racist that's coming into a situation where most of your athletes are black? How are you going to treat these kids now?
With the utmost respect, like they always do. These pictures and stuff, they go and try to hide them because so they won't be able to get denied by a college. But see, this day and age, social media is worldwide. You can't hide anything because once somebody get a hold of something, they're gonna keep it. And these little 6 idiots on these photos, they will. I know, nothing is gonna happen to them because they're white.
I'll be very surprised if anything comes.
Nothing will happen to them. Now, if something happens to them in that high school, hey.
Only
but
thing they can do is
that's gonna
make
happen.
them uncomfortable.
Make them uncomfortable. Make them very uncomfortable. Make their parents uncomfortable because that's who's teaching them.
Yeah.
Make everybody in that town uncomfortable because nothing's gonna happen to them.
No.
It never does. Nothing ever happens.
In the sense of don't be taking home behavior out in public, they might get admonished.
That's it.
Changing the sentiment and the spirit behind their behavior.
Yeah.
No, that's generations. That's they don't realize that that's a curse on them.
That is okay because time bringing about a change. God said there's a time for everything.
Yep.
And right now is their time to be out here and showboating and show the nigga word. Tomorrow, there's a time for something else.
Yep.
So
and I'm very surprised that the people have been calling, like, from the other towns. Like, it is some people home, but yeah.
Blow the back out their phone. Make them have to change their phone number. You understand? Blow the battery pack out of it. Make them have to change the phone number. Yeah. Don't let them be comfortable because that's a load of crap. That's not right for you to be out there doing that. And you knew it was going to be public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't care about that.
Man, I would have loved to have Micah and Punchy's point of view on this.
I sent them a link, but Micah must have had practice, and Punchy must have work. Today, Friday, so Micah mama may have came and got him.
Micah's closer to being at a high school, and I wonder how he would look at it.
I guess it's stuff, it's water or something that's all in the bottom of there.
Anyway, we're gonna get ready to get off in the show.
Well, let's revisit.
Yeah, we're gonna give you guys an update. We'll come back on when we find out more about this and keep you guys updated. With okay, hold on. Brad, Oklahoma is so cool, best state in the world. Brad, they probably got tired of all the nigger shit. Okay, Brad, you want to sit there and run your mouth? Cam up. Join the link. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard you say.
If this happened to whites, it would have never made it on the news and nothing would have ever happened. They probably got tired of all the niggers shit. Okay, Brad. I love for y'all to be behind the camera talking all that lip. Join the panel. The link is in the description. Let me hit it again for you so you can get on there.
Yeah.
Brad, You must be a white boy with your mouth open, texting and typing. That's all y'all do, you little thumb rollers.
Hey, Brad's mom is probably dating a black.
Probably. Poor Brad. He got it all running all down through their family. That's
Yeah.
what's wrong with all of them, because none of them are all white anymore. They got too much of us in them. Hello. Brad,
Yep.
newsflash, been like
Yep.
that for centuries since your great grandpappy started sleeping with our women, raping our women. Hello. Brad. All right, Brad. Anyway, we ain't gonna keep stay on here too much longer. We're gonna end with we'll give you guys an update. Brad, poor white. That was the Jews. Bye, Brad. We don't entertain fools, especially when they scared to link up. Look like we got some more people coming in. Carrie, what you think?
But they come. Hey, they
I
can
don't
come
know.
on.
Let them come on in. They act like they scared though. Brad,
Hey, that ain't Brad Satterfield, is it, Kurt?
I don't know. He talking about Jews rape your women. No, if your grandpappy was a Jew, then Brad, that's who we talking about.
Yeah.
Because none of y'all are pure white. Just want y'all to know.
Yep.
You from the Caucasus Mountains.
And Brad's mama probably dating a black man right now. That's why he angry.
The leader Jews to you, Brad.
Yeah, he probably had to stay in, down in the basement when Tyrone come over.
My bad, y'all. They Edomites. Let them know that. Edomites. Yeah. Just stupid. And Brad, we don't even block you or delete you. Join the channel. No, I'm not pure black, actually, thanks to your grandpappy. Great grandpappy, great grandpappy. No, I'm not pure black. Thanks for that. Yeah, no, he said, then you ain't pure black. Then you ain't. Get on, Brad. Yeah, that's what he said on here. Then you ain't pure black. None of us are pure anything. Thank you. Do your DNA check. But we're going to get off here because ain't nobody about to argue with Brad. Y'all, we'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.
All right, y'all.